Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dissect corporate filings so you don't have to. Today we're diving into KKR Capital Corp's latest 8K filing, and trust me, this one is less about high finance and more about a corporate announcement. It's like expecting a gourmet meal and getting a slightly stale breadstick. But Devin, before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. The report is dated May 15, 2025, so it's fairly recent. Think of this 8K filing as a quick update, not a full financial picture like you'd see in a quarterly or annual report. The company is KKR Capital Corp, a well-known player in the investment world. This form is like a snapshot giving us a peek at what's happening with the company right now. KKR Capital Corp is a business development company, or BDC. BDCs invest in small and medium-sized businesses. They provide these businesses with capital, which is money to grow. This part is pretty standard legal stuff. It's basically confirming that the company is following the rules and regulations set by the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. The SEC is like the financial police, making sure companies play fair. The company's common stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol FSK. That means if you want to buy or sell shares in KKR Capital Corp, you do so on the New York Stock Exchange using that symbol. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. The company plans to make investor presentations available on its website. Think of these presentations as slideshows with key information about the company, its performance, and its future plans. They're a way for the company to communicate directly with investors. You can find these presentations on the Investor Relations section of their website. This section is usually where companies put all the information relevant to investors, like financial reports, press releases, and in this case, investor presentations. The company also says that they don't have a duty to keep these presentations constantly updated unless required by law. So the information might get old, and it's always a good idea to check for the latest updates. Here's where things get interesting. The company includes a section on forward-looking statements. These are basically predictions about the future. The company is saying that these predictions might not come true. Factors like changes in the economy, political events, or even natural disasters could cause the actual results to be different. It's a way for the company to protect itself in case things don't go as planned. They mention changes in the economy, geopolitical risks, and even pandemics as potential risks. These are all things that are outside of the company's control, but could have a big impact on its performance. They also mention the price of their stock as a factor. The stock market can be unpredictable, and the price of a stock can go up or down for many reasons. They also mention that some of these risks are listed in their filings with the SEC. That means if you want to get a more detailed understanding of the risks the company faces, you can check out their other reports. Finally, the report is signed by Steven Siripard, the General Counsel of KKR Capital Corp. This means he's the top lawyer for the company and is responsible for making sure the company is following the law. Now, let's step back and look at the big picture. This 8K filing is all about an upcoming investor presentation. The key takeaway here is that the company is actively trying to communicate with investors and keep them informed about its activities. However, it's also important to remember that these presentations are just one piece of the puzzle. It's a good idea to look at other sources of information like financial reports and news articles to get a more complete picture of the company. Keep in mind this 8K filing includes those forward-looking statements, acting as a reminder that the future is uncertain. Various factors from economic shifts to geopolitical events could throw a wrench in the works. It's a dose of realism amidst the optimism that companies often like to project. Alright, that's our breakdown of KKR Capital Corp's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.